So now we talked about Ben DiNucci possibly making his first start for the Dallas Cowboys, but another more heralded rookie is going to make his NFL debut coming up this week. That's Tua Tagovailoa for the Miami Dolphins. And look, we have sort of been interested to see him on the field. That the matchup is not necessarily a great one this week for him against a good Rams defense. But what do you expect to see from Tua this week?
I'm not expecting a whole lot out of Tua this week. He is someone that I'm super excited to watch. I'm excited for his long-term fantasy outlook. But if I picked him up, I'm keeping him on the bench this week. He has a very tough matchup against the Rams defense that have allowed the seventh fewest fantasy points to quarterbacks. But even so, he's a rookie making his first start, and he's asked to go against Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey and that bunch. Like, to me, I think there's a lot that could go wrong here, and the upside is not particularly worth starting him, in my opinion. I think it could also be a game where they try to rely on the run a lot and use Myles Gaskins a lot more than they did with Fitzpatrick.
I'm with you. I want to watch it just one from a standpoint of being a football fan and just seeing the guy out there and seeing what he can do. But I also just kind of want to observe and see exactly where he's going with the football, how quickly he's getting it out, when he runs, how much he runs. I want to get a feel for what Tua Tagovailoa can be in the NFL. Now, in some respects, it's good to see it against such a quality defense because that way I think we'll get a better gauge maybe of who he's going to be. I think it would be one thing if he were starting against, say, the Cowboys defense and we're just kind of running through them up and down the field, that maybe we get a false sense of security. So I think this gives us a good barometer of who he's going to be potentially. And look, the ceiling is, I think, going to be very high. So like whatever we see is not the final verdict on him. But I'm with you. I don't know that I would start him this week. I also would kind of stay away from any of the other Dolphins pass catchers. So Devontae Parker, Preston Williams. Maybe I'd start Mike Gesicki just because the Rams have kind of struggled against the tight end position. But I think beyond that, it's kind of a wait and see attitude for me with any of the Dolphins players.